But Jeff Hardy is back, and of course, if you didn't know what happened to Jeff, Jeff had gotten a little bit of a DUI. It was not good, his third DUI, and was sentenced just a few weeks ago. 38 days in jail, which he got credit for. He'd already been in there. 2 years probation, $4,586 in fines and court fees, 10-year suspension of his license, 2 years with an interlock device, and a 90-day vehicle impoundment, court-mandated DUI school or drug rehab program, and community service.
It's 2023. There's a thing called Uber.
Yeah.
Man, yes.
Yeah, he makes enough money for that.
You would think. Well,
and if he doesn't, Matt could fit the bill.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Did you say 10 years suspended license?
That's what I said.
Ooh.
So Jeff made it back on Wednesday night and wrestled, and a lot of people are kind of criticizing the Hardys and AEW for having him wrestle. What do you? Let me start with you, Brian. Your thoughts on Jeff Hardy coming back? Is it a good idea, or should he have just said, you know what, I'm done, and make sure his life's back together?
Man, that's obviously completely personal decision. It's you can't argue with somebody who wants to wrestle. I imagine he has a contract, so I don't know if AEW wanted to make sure he honored the contract. I would think with the situation he's in, I would want to wrestle, because you don't want to sit at home and think about it, and what else is he going to do at this point? I mean, he makes good money. I don't know if he was penalized or anything, if there's anything in his contract. I don't know if you guys know. But as far as if he has any situation, but I mean, and really, like I don't have a lot of empathy for guys that repeat offenders, especially when they make more than enough money to not have to drive. I think DUIs for people that are in that price, in that earnings category, that tax bracket, there's no excuse for getting a DUI of any kind. None.
Right.
Really.
I mean, you talk about money though, but addiction is a thing. Like I know a lot of people.
I understand. I haven't drank in 16 years.
Okay.
I completely understand it.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Right.
Like, I was very fortunate that I never got a DUI. I should have. If I'd been pulled over, I would have several times. So I'm speaking from that standpoint. Like, at some point, the person that's in the situation has to make a decision.
Yep. And
he makes enough money. He's been clean enough times. So, he, at least that decision has to, you have to, other people have to help him in that. Like, there's a lot to it. There's just a lot to it. But when you make that much money, there's no reason you shouldn't be using a car service of some sort. Like, a DUI is silly.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. So, Joe, give like 30 seconds. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's amazing how you see it all over the place, and we need to have empathy for this and that and the other thing. And it's like, so what's he supposed to do? Because he had a DUI, he's not supposed to have a job anymore? It's like, if he went to his rehab and he did what he was supposed to do, we're supposed to be a good enough society to say, you know what, this guy deserves another chance, even if it is his fourth chance. It isn't, hey, 3 strikes and we're going to kill you through lethal injection because you didn't listen. That's not how the world works. So it's like, you go out there and you get a job and you try to make a living. Exactly. Jeff Hardy's living is professional wrestling. And until he's ready to not do it, and he's probably making $500,000 to $1 million a year, he's not going to go find another job at Kinko's to make that kind of money.
And I'm not, I understand. I'm not saying I have no problem with him wrestling. I actually think he should. I'm just talking about from the, the DUI perspective, as far as whether or not,
well, it's always those
AEW should
keyboard
keep
warriors
him,
who've probably done enough things in their life that haven't been scrutinized.
Right.
And they're making decisions because it's a celebrity, and it's pretty disappointing because, that's why I hate Facebook and Twitter, but I have to be on it for my wrestling business.
Right.
But going on there, you just want to strangle people.